Kenny Albert and Tim Green are ready to bring you all the action from Philadelphia, where after starting 7-2, just making the playoffs isn't good enough for the local media.
The Philadelphia Eagles are headed to the playoffs, but you wouldn't know it from reading the headlines. Despite their 9-6 record, the Eagles have taken harsh criticism. Fox Sports welcomes you to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia for this afternoon's NFC Eastern Division battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kenny Albert along with Tim Green. The playoff fates of both the Eagles and the Cardinals intertwined last week. On Saturday, Philadelphia defeated the Jets. That eliminated the Cardinals from the playoff race. And then on Sunday, when Arizona defeated Washington, the Eagles were in. So, Tim, what do you expect here today?
Well, today's game is about self-image, and it's more important than it may sound. For the Eagles, they need to get the image of a playoff team back. They started out this season 7-2, and people were talking about the Super Bowl. They've lost 4 out of their last 6, and even though they won last week, they barely got by the lowly New York Jets. For them to go into the playoffs with any kind of momentum, they need today to beat the Arizona Cardinals and start thinking and feeling like a playoff team again. Now, for the Arizona Cardinals, their self-image is critical. Vince Tobin has turned the image of this team around from a doormat to a near playoff contender. For them to perpetuate that throughout the offseason, they need to win this game, go 8-8, another non-losing season, not only for their own self-image, but their image around the league in order to attract big money free agencies in the offseason.
And one milestone we will keep an eye on today, Cardinals Pro Bowl fullback Larry Centers, who last year became the first running back in National Football League history with 100 receptions in one season. Centers with 93 this year, just 7 away from the century mark. Opening kickoff coming up from Philadelphia. Welcome back to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The Eagles with a record of 4-3 at home this season, 9-6 overall, coming off last Saturday's victory over the Jets. Vince Tobin looks to even his record at 500 in his first National Football League season as a head coach. And Ray Rhodes, the first coach in Eagles history to lead his team into the playoffs his first 2 seasons. The Cardinals have won the toss. They will receive Leland McElroy, the rookie out of Texas A&M, second-round draft pick, back deep along with Marcus Dowdell. Gary Anderson will get things started for the Eagles in his 15th National Football League season. The Eagles headed to the playoffs. Today, the regular season finale in 36-degree weather here in Philadelphia. The Cardinals, a come-from-behind victory over Washington last week. They are 7-8. McElroy bobbles the football out of bounds. So the Cardinals will start deep in their own territory, led by their quarterback, Kent Graham, who will make his 8th start of the season. Boomer Esiason started 5 consecutive games, and Graham back at the helm last week. The men protecting Kent Graham: Brown, Aaron Graham, Mike Devlin, Anthony Redmond, and Joe Wolf. McElroy in the backfield along with the Pro Bowler Larry Centers. 93 receptions on the season. Sanders and Moore, the wide receivers. And the tight end is Pat Carter. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 12, and the handoff to Leland McElroy up the middle. Gains just 1. The Philadelphia Eagles defensive unit ranked 6th in the NFL. Mamula, Hall, Thomas, and Fuller, the front 4. William Thomas with James Willis, and the rookie from Duke, Ray Farmer. Taylor and Vincent, the cornerbacks. Zordich along with James Fuller starting for the injured Dawkins. On second and long, Graham under pressure, took a hit. Touchdown! Mike Mamula, the second-year man from Boston College, on just the second play from scrimmage. The Eagles strike first.
Well, Mike Mamula has had a difficult season this year and come under a lot of criticism. Ray Rhodes talked about him yesterday and said, I don't know if he's playing with a sense of urgency, but what a great way for him to start out this game and get the Eagles that momentum that they want going into this playoff season.
Mamula's first career touchdown. Anderson on the extra point. Just 41 seconds in. The Eagles on top by the score of 7-0. The Philadelphia Eagles defense coming up with their 4th touchdown this season thanks to this man, Mike Mamula, in his 2nd season out of Boston College. First-round draft pick a year ago, and Anderson once again kicks it off. This time it is LaShawn Johnson out across the 25-yard line. Whit Marshall made the stop. Some extracurricular activity following the 20-yard return by Johnson.
Well, some curricular activity was the touchdown play, and Mike Mamula racing around the outside. Now, he's being blocked by Lomas Brown, so that's not an easy task. He beats Brown right to the outside, just puts some spin on him, comes right around, slaps that ball as Kent Graham sets back to launch it, and he hits it before Graham gets the forward momentum. So right there, he hits that ball, and then it bounces perfectly right into Mamula's hands. It's a defensive lineman's dream.
So now Graham and the Cardinals back to work. Flags on the play. Movement on the line. Our referee this afternoon, former NFL quarterback Gary Lane.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 83. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Anthony Edwards, the wide receiver, the one with the offsides penalty. You know, a lot of people coming into this game wondered, are the Arizona Cardinals going to play this game with any kind of intensity at all? And I think that the answer has got to be yes, because as we said in the open, they want to have an 8-8 season. They don't want to go home in the off season as losers.
No, 8-8 sounds a lot better than 7-9. Up the middle, Larry Centers takes the handoff. Ray Farmer made the stop, so it will be 2nd and long for the Cardinals.
Well, Kenny, you talk about Mike Mamula and a sense of urgency, playing with a sense of urgency. We saw him make the sack. Now watch him here force the issue on the run. Now that's Lomas Brown again who's blocking him, and he comes up to the outside, beats that block, and forces Larry Centers back up to the inside into his linebackers.
Second down and 11. The end around, the handoff goes to Frank Sanders. It does not work. Graham faked the handoff, and then the wide receiver Sanders, coming from the far side, took the handoff. It will be 3rd and long for the Cardinals.
And when you beat an offense, when they try to run a reverse on you, what it tells you is, first it tells you that guys are staying home and everybody's staying to their assignments, and then it tells you that everybody is running and pursuing to the football. And there you see 3 guys to stop this reverse. That's not often the case. I mean, most of the time when you see a reverse, it's one lone guy who's out there who has to stop it. That time you see that this Eagle defense is charged up and they're all running to the football.
That's the 2nd carry of the year for Sanders. On 3rd down, Graham over the middle looking for the tight end, Pat Carter. And the Cardinals will be forced to punt.
Well, Philadelphia on that play, Kenny, employed a defense that they're going to try to use all day. Now, the last time they played the Cardinals, they went after Boomer Esiason and tried to blitz him, and they opened up their coverage a little bit. Today, their plan is to sometimes on third down only rush 3, so they drop 8 guys into the coverage.
Former Eagle Jeff Beagles will punt it away for the Cardinals. Mark Say in single safety. Good hang time and a fair catch called for by Say at the 48-yard line. 32-yard punt by Beagles. Eagles to the offense when we return. Kenny Albert, that's me on the left. Tim Green on the right. Back in Philadelphia.
Santa Claus and obviously one of his reindeers. And that's what they look like here in Philadelphia. Santa and a reindeer in Philadelphia. Probably the meanest, definitely the meanest place, the meanest environment to come into as a visiting player and play a football game. I used to dread it.
Sometimes for a home player as well.
Yeah, but usually more so for the visitors.
On first down, Ricky Waters to the outside across midfield. The tackle was made by the longtime Buffalo Bill Matt Darby. Ty Detmer making his 11th start for the injured Rodney Peete. 6 wins, 4 losses with Detmer at the helm. The reshuffled offensive line. Barrett Brooks and Lester Holmes back in the starting lineup. They were not last week. Waters along with Turner. Career season for Irving Fryer. Chris T. Jones, the other receiver, and the tight end is the rookie from Eastern Kentucky, Jason Dunn. It's Waters again on second down. Simeon Rice in on the stop. Rice along with Eric Swan, Michael Bankston, and Bernard Wilson. The Cardinals front 4, 12.5 sacks for Rice in his rookie year. Jameer Miller with Eric Hill, the Cardinals' top tackler, and longtime Eagle Seth Joyner. Tito Paul for the injured Ronnie Bradford, along with Williams on the corners, and the safeties Alexander and Darby. Third down and 4. Detmer to the air, steps up, and finds a receiver. It's Turner, first down and more. Flag on the play. Flag was thrown. Brent Alexander finally pushed Turner out after a 31-yard gain. And it looks to be on the Cardinals.
Holding defense, number 35. Penalties decline.
That's Aeneas Williams, Kenny, and don't forget today he will be matched up on Irving Fryer all day long.
So a first down for the Eagles on the Cardinals' 17. Eagles already lead 7-0 on a defensive touchdown. Their offense leads the NFL with 7 trips to the end zone on opening drives. And Waters with his 3rd carry of this first Eagles series right now for a McDonald's game break. Let's return to James Brown at our Fox Television Center.
Kenny, Jacksonville in a must-win situation caps a 10-play, 77-yard drive with this 11-yard run by Brunell. Jacksonville win, and they're in, assuming no tie between Kansas City and Buffalo. Back to Kenny and Tim.
Of course, Mark Brunell, Kenny, is one of Ty Detmer's buddies from his days in Green Bay. Both of those guys understudies of Brett Favre, and both of them leading their teams. It looks like Brunell will be leading his team to the playoffs as well.
And here's Detmer dumping it off. It's Kevin Turner inside the 10.
What an outstanding job by the Clapper. They call him Clapper, and this is the 2nd catch he's already had. So it must be working. He told us yesterday he likes to get into these check down routes and clap his hands to let Ty Detmer know he's there. He doesn't have to clap his hands on this play because it's a screen play, but he does a nice job of pulling that ball in. And then you see the effort, and that's what Kevin Turner's all about, an extra effort. When he blocks, when he runs, when he catches, you know that you're always going to get 110% from this guy.
Turner now with 41 receptions. Began his career in New England. 3rd down and 1. Hand off to Waters. And Bernard Wilson made the stop. Looks to have the first down. Ricky Waters, who has complained about not getting the ball enough.
Yeah, and I just saw him help out Michael Bankston.